Is November 12th. So yesterday was Veterans Day. I hope you all had a nice day, and maybe most of you got the day off. I'm curious in private industry now.
Even though we're a defense contractor,
Right?
no.
Okay.
It's
All right.
odd. The customer wasn't there, but we were there.
All right. Well, hopefully you had a nice day and had some reflections on Veterans Day. I would like to, well, two things. As Sergeant at Arms, I want to point out that we are using these forms just probably for today only. We need to restock our comment sheets that we create, but I made the wrong copies. So we'll use these, and don't feel restricted by this little strip that says first speaker, second speaker. You can go down to about the third speaker maybe for your first one if you wanted, you know, get a whole space, or flip it over and write on the back and tear off what you need. And then we can vote off these, or if you prefer, we have the other voting forms to send in.
So these are for our little comments.
Right.
Okay.
So, and just welcome you to use the old school books. But thank you, Marilyn. I brought those at Saved Our Bacon today. Secondly, I'd like to turn the meeting over to our president, Mark Thompson. Please help me welcome Mark.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters.
Good afternoon.
I like that. Good afternoon, guests. And it is a pleasure, Mr. Dan, to have you back today. I am grateful that you made it back. And how about this? Since you are a guest, we always want to acknowledge our guests. Just stand, get your name, and why you're back.
So my name is Dan, and I have, since recently having to give a talk for a friend who retired, I am dedicating myself to being a better communicator in speaking in front of people rather than just one-on-one. So I'm back.
And thank you for coming back today. And we call upon you at the end of the meeting just to give your thoughts on how you thought the meeting went today.
I have a question.
Sure.
I don't know, and I don't want to take too much time.
No,
But
no.
I'm very interested in joining, and I noticed that some people are here this week and weren't here last
Right.
week. I probably can't make every meeting, but if I join, it's still a commitment that I make to be here as much as I can.
We can't all be here every week, but we try our best. But again, just come when you can, and then we'll work you into our schedule for the week. Again, I'm excited to be here today. It is a short week. We had Veterans Day yesterday, which is an important day of the year, without a doubt. So we definitely give honor to our vets who definitely give the ultimate sacrifice, and that's protecting our country. I'm going to bring the energy level up just a hair. Because I think everybody's had a little lunch. How many people have had lunch in here? See? That's what it is. So I'm going to bring the energy level up just a little bit. Repeat after me. I feel good.
I feel good.
I feel great.
I feel great.
Ready to learn more.
Ready to learn more.
So I can earn more.
So I can earn more.
High five somebody to the left and right and say, I got a big dream.
Got a big dream.
High five, a good high five.
Yeah.
Okay, Sarah, excuse me for a quick second. We got to get a high five to Sarah. She's over here by herself in Little Island. We got to make sure she's okay. Before we get into our meeting, I'm going to, before we turn over to our Postmaster today, Mr. Bro, I want to talk to you really briefly about this word called excellence. Everybody knows what excellence is. And sometimes in life, we have to get behind excellence in order to do something amazing, something significant in life. And by a show of hands, how many of you know who, let's see, what's his name? Michael Jordan is. Anybody know who Michael Jordan is? Okay, we have deemed him probably the best basketball player ever to have lived, Mr. Michael Jordan. And last year, with Nike, many people don't know this, Michael made, give or take, $80–90 million worth of endorsements. Give or take, 80–90 million. Well, what's 10 million for free friends? You know, now keep in mind, he also has a Gatorade contract. He also has a Hanes contract. Between those two, he makes 20 million or something, give or take, 20 million or something. And you ask yourself, well, why is it that Nike, Hanes, Gatorade goes to Michael? because we have deemed him excellent in what he does. So what they do is they have a product, maybe it's what kind of shoes does Michael Jordan wear?
Air
Air Jordan. That is his signature shoe, Air Jordans. Again, it's a tennis shoe, and believe it or not, those Air Jordans represent about 70% of the basketball shoes that people buy. 70%. But the difference is, it's still just a shoe. I mean, can we run any faster?
No.
Can we jump any higher?
Of course, yeah.
But when we go into that Foot Locker and we go, okay, do we want the Air Jordan or do we want the Bob Smith shoe? And chances are we're going to pick that Air Jordan. Why? Because they have taken their product and put excellence behind their product. Mr. Michael Jordan. That's why they sell more Hanes t-shirts, because they take excellence, Mr. Michael Jordan, and put behind their product. Fellow Toastmasters, that's what we have to do. Whatever it is we're working on, whether it's a book, whether it's a presentation, whether it's a loan, whether it's some type of business thing, we have to put excellence behind what we do. That is how we become significant. This man has not played basketball in about 20 years and making over 100 million in endorsements. And something to keep in mind, that'll go on forever. Ever. He can't even get rid of it if he wanted to. Think about that. It is, that is truly what wealth is. And it's just, it will always be there. That demand will always be there. So we got to remember excellence and get behind excellence. Now, before I turn the meeting over, we have a couple of, we have a guest.
Yes.
And I want to acknowledge our guest. If you just stand and give your name.
Yeah, I'm Alex Garcia.
Any reason why you're here today, Alex? Just,
Yeah, I have come to a meeting, Toastmasters. I want to continue working on my communication skills, so I'd like to continue coming to these meetings.
Thank you for coming. A good friend of mine, Mr. Jeff Parsons, is here today. Thank you for coming today. And at this point, we're going to turn control of our meeting over to what I know will be, everybody say excellent.
Excellent.
An excellent meeting that Ken has planned for us today. Let's give Ken Rowe a warm round of applause.
Oh, it's hard to come up here after Mark's talks.